Hi, welcome to ASSEMB'LIVE Screencasts. Today, let's introduce the widget mode, a convenient way to embed ASSEMB'LIVE in your own pages. The widget mode includes two widgets. The first one on the right side lists all your public available events. You want typically embed it on your home page. The second one is the 3D player one. It includes all functionalities such as voice and chat. You have to include it on a dedicated customizable page. To sum up, we have to create or modify two pages for two widgets. Let's start with the first one. Before creating the page, let's get your user code. Start a new browser and sign in on ASSEMB'LIVE to access your dashboard. Once logged in, step in the Profile section to find the widget user code. Here, mine is Oliver's code. So, here is my home page. I'd like to embed ASSEMB'LIVE in it. So let's import a piece of JavaScript from ASSEMB'LIVE.com. The URL is assemblive.com/static/js/external.js. Now, let's call the function that creates the widget. Add a new script tag and call this function build event list widget. Let's see its parameters. This function takes 6 parameters. The first one is the widget URL on ASSEMB'LIVE.com. The default value undefined is just fine. Then comes the user code that we got from Profile. The interval is the refresh interval for the widget, 10 seconds by default. If you want to open the event page in a new window, choose blank for target, else top is fine. Then comes the width, and finally the height. Let's back to code. Start with the widget URL. Let's use the default value. Then the user code. Mine is Oliver's code. Then the refresh interval. 10 seconds is fine. I want the event page to open in the same window, so I put top as target. And finally, the size, width, and height. Let's look at the results. Refresh my home page, and miracle, the widget appears. Time to switch on the second widget, the one that contains the 3D player. To make it quick, I will start from my home page, but you can create it from scratch. Let's call the event page event.html. Let's customize a little bit. The title and the header. The import of the external.js file is still required, but the function changes. Replace build event list widget by build event widget. Build event widget has 5 parameters. The first one is the URL of the widget on ASSEMB'LIVE.com. Undefined is fine. Then the code. for advanced use only. Undefined is also fine. Then comes the logout URL. The logout URL is used to redirect the user when he exits the player. Then comes the size, with the width, and the height, at 100% by default. Let's go back to code. The first argument is the widget URL. I'll use the default value. Then comes code, which is for advanced use only. Let's use the default value. For the logout URL, I'll use my home page. I want the user to be redirected on my home page when they exit the player. Finally, the size. 800 for width, 600 for height. Let's have a look on the result. Type the address of the event page in your browser. If you get this, that's fine. Now, we have to create an event for the widget. Go back to Dashboard and click on Create New Event. Fill all required fields such as name and schedule. Ensure that List as Public Event is checked and check Enable Custom Event URL. Then, type the address of the event page. For me, it was event.html. Create the event, and that's it. Finally, we have to bring all together. If you are on your home page, the event should appear automatically. Join now, and specify your avatar's name. The player is loading. Just wait a couple of seconds, and the avatar should appear. That's it. And now, ASSEMB'LIVE is available on my site. Let's do a final check on logout URL to verify that users are redirected to home. Everything's okay. Before leaving, let's see a convenient way to store widget URL. Go to your profile and set a default value for it. After saving, when you create a new event and check the widget box, the value is already there. If you need more information, check out ASSEMB'LIVE.com or contact us on info@assemblive.com.